And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Okay, you guys, so if you are doing your own makeup on your wedding day, you definitely want to use a good primer. I'm using the Touch and Soul No Pore Blend Primer. You want to use something that's going to last and going to help your makeup stay on all day, as it is a long day. There's going to be tears, there's going to be sweating, and you want your makeup to stay. So I'm now going to be taking the Juno & Co. Sponge, and it's basically like a fuzzy sponge. It's supposed to make your foundation more high coverage, and it honestly does. And I'm using the Jouer foundation. This foundation is no joke. Like, you can see the coverage is insane. It is highly pigmented. You can see it just literally covered up everything. I was using the shade Latte. I definitely recommend to use a foundation that you're comfortable with on your wedding day. And if you want to try a new foundation, I would try it out quite a few times before you actually use it on the big day. You want to make sure that you feel good about yourself and you like the way your skin looks. I would not try a new foundation the day of, because you never know, it could go bad. So I'm just blending that in, and now I'm going to take the Jouer concealer. This concealer is also no joke. It is extremely high in coverage and will basically cover up everything. So I'm using the shade Creme Brulee to kind of cancel out that darkness underneath there and also highlight the center of my face. And then I'm going to take the shade Chiffon, which is a much lighter color, and I'm going to place that on the inner corner of my eyes to add more of a highlight. I did want to say this video is for people that maybe can't afford to get their makeup done, or if you are somebody that just loves doing your own makeup and you're actually good at it and you feel like a makeup artist may not do it exactly how you want. Then obviously, you know, it's totally fine to do your own makeup on your wedding day. However, I do suggest putting a little money aside, saving a little extra money so you can get your makeup done on your wedding day. It is such a nice thing. I just feel like it takes away some of the stress. You don't have to feel as overwhelmed, and you could just, it's more relaxing, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I definitely recommend that. I do a ton of brides, and you know, they enjoy that time to get ready and not have to be, you know, making decisions and making sure their makeup looks perfect themselves. You know, they can just kind of sit in the chair, relax for an hour, and it's just like a nice time for them. So I just wanted to put that in there. But now I'm going to contour after I blended out my concealer, and I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation in the shade Cocoa. I'm applying it on my cheekbones, and then I'm taking it on this little brush from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe set, and I'm just applying it on my forehead to give my forehead a little warmth. I personally love cream contouring, especially on my brides, because I feel like it lasts longer. It also gives more of a natural effect. I feel like if you just go in with powder, sometimes it just doesn't do enough. So I like to do a cream and then a powder. Now I am setting underneath my eyes. That is very important because you want your makeup to stay, and the best way to do that is with a primer and of course a good setting powder. So I'm using the Huda Beauty setting powder in Sugar Cookie. I believe it's the lightest one. It's basically the translucent one, but it does have a brightening effect. And I'm going to clean up my contour line, and I'm also going to set underneath my eyes. I'm not baking because with that Jouer concealer, you do not need to bake. It is very heavy in coverage, so I feel like baking just kind of makes the under eye area look cakey, so I just set the under eye area. Now I'm taking MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium and medium tan, and I'm just mixing the two together to set the rest of my face. I do like the Mineralized Skin Finishes by MAC, especially for bridal makeup, because they're not super heavy. They're not as heavy as the MAC Studio Fix powders. They have more of a luminosity to them. They are baked, so yeah, they're just not as heavy. So I suggest them for brides. I'd rather go heavier in coverage with the foundation and then go in with a lighter coverage powder. And now I'm taking the Give Me Sunshade, also a MSF by MAC, and I'm just bronzing up my face. And now I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Peachy Love blush, and I'm just applying that on my cheeks. I do recommend applying a little bit extra than usual when it comes to blush and bronzer on your wedding day, because you are going to be taking a lot of photos that day, and photos, especially with flash, do tend to kind of wash you out, so you want to have a little bit more color on your face than you usually would. It just looks better in photos, trust me. Plus, it's a long day that you're having your makeup on, so the more product you have in terms of blush and bronzer, even if it wears down a little bit, you're still going to have some color. Now I'm applying highlighter, and I'm using the Inglot Sparkling Facial Dust or Sparkling Dust in number 2. Really beautiful highlighter, by the way. And now I'm taking the Laura Mercier Glow setting powder. This is a setting powder that has like a luminosity to it. It's like has like a nice sheen, and I'm just applying that to the center of my face just to give me a little bit of a glow. And then I'm applying the Morphe setting spray. Now moving on to eyes. I already primed them. I use the Morphe eyeshadow primer along with ColourPop No Filter Concealer just to cancel out any discoloration on my lids. I definitely recommend getting rid of like any color on your lids and going in with your favorite concealer before you go and apply your eyeshadow. We're keeping this look super simple on the lid, so I'm actually using my bronzer, Give Me Sun, in my crease to warm up that area. And then I'm taking that brown from the Kat Von D Shade in Light palette just to add a little bit of depth to my eye. But I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm going to keep it kind of light in the crease and just do soft brown shades. And yeah, I'm just working that into the crease. And then I'm taking my concealer again, and I'm going to apply it on my lid because I just want to create a little bit of a tacky base before I go in with my actual lid color. And I'm going to be using the Stila eyeshadow in Kitten. It is an award-winning eyeshadow. You may have seen these products in my freelance haul. If you haven't seen my freelance haul, go check it out. I wanted to give them all a try before I put them into my kits. I always like to do that because a lot of these products are new to me and I don't want to use them for the first time on somebody else. Because God forbid I didn't like them. That would kind of be not a good situation to be doing somebody's makeup and not liking the way it's looking. So I like to use myself as a guinea pig before I put them in my kit. And now I'm taking the Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond Powder, and I did put a little bit of glitter glue on my lid, and I'm just using a fluffy brush. I'm not using a dense brush because I want to just disperse the diamond powder all over my lid just to give me a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sparkle. It's not overwhelming, but when the light hit my eye at certain times, it did look really beautiful, and you just saw these little specks of sparkle, and I just felt, I don't know, I felt really pretty with it. Like I really felt like a bride. So I really like the way that looked. Now I'm going to do a wing liner. Of course, you don't have to do a wing liner if you're not comfortable with that, but I personally really like it, and I like the way it makes my eyes look. So I'm using the Makeup Forever Matte Liquid Liner, and yeah, I'm just applying my wings. To define my eyes, I'm using the MAC Costa Riche liner, and this is like a nice rich brown, and then I'm using a brown eyeshadow to smudge it out. Now, if you want to keep this look a little bit more on the natural side and want to keep it more fresh, you could definitely do a nude liner instead of a brown. And if you want to be more dramatic, you can use a black liner and maybe darken up the outer corner a little bit. I personally love the way brown looks on my eyes because I do have light brown and they can be hazel at times. I do have some green in there, so I like to enhance that, and I feel my best when I have a brown liner on. Now I'm just taking the Starlit Diamond Powder by Makeup Forever in the shade White, I believe. And I really love the way that looked on the inner corner. It just really opens up the inner corner, and I like the fact that it's like little sparkles. It just looked really pretty. So now I'm applying mascara, and then I'm going in with Mink False Lashes. I definitely recommend investing in some Mink False Lashes. Actually, you don't even really need to invest in them. There's a lot of cheap ones you can find on Amazon and AliExpress. But yeah, I love the way the Mink look compared to regular false lashes. They just give more volume, and I don't know, I just like the way they look better. Now I'm going in with lips, and I'm using the Morphe lip liner in the shade Bite Me. I personally love brown lip liners, but you could use something that's maybe more mauve or pink if you like that. I just like brown on my lips. So I'm applying that. And before my lash dries, I am going to apply that. I did use the Esquito lash glue. You definitely want to use a good lash glue, something that's going to last. House of Lashes lash glue is like super glue for your eyes, so definitely recommend that one. I'm using the MAC lipstick in Please Me because I wanted like a pink base, and then I'm going over it with the shade Myth to lighten it up and give me more of that nude color. And I'm just going to blend that into the lip liner with my finger, just to make sure that it's not just like a brown line on the outside. And then I'm using the Morphe gloss in the shade Boho, which is a beautiful nude pink. This is also from my haul. I actually got one for myself, one for my kit. And then I decided to take the white diamond powder and just kind of apply it in the inner corner. Not super precise, and I love the way it looked. It looked really pretty, especially in the sunlight. You just saw little sparkles, and I just was wetting my brush to apply it. I didn't apply like lash glue or anything like that. I just wanted the glitter to be more sporadic. But yeah, this is my take on like a classic bridal look. It's just enough makeup to really look beautiful and flawless in photos, but it's not so much where you're going to feel like not yourself. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm just highlighting my brow bone. You could use whatever highlight you want. And I'm also going to highlight my shoulders and my chest. I definitely recommend this if you have a dress that shows off this area. It looks really, really nice in photos and just makes you look super glowy and beautiful. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are getting married and you do this look, definitely tag me. I would love to see. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.
What a wonderful world.